What is sociology? So I'm going to start out by explaining what sociology is, since you decided to sign up for the sociology class. Sociology is the study of human behavior. It's the study of human interaction within society. That's your book definition. I think it's a bit more complicated. Sociology is striving to answer a particular question. Why do we do what we do with each other? It's kind of a complicated question. There are millions of answers, and it's really difficult to answer it specifically. So I'm going to take you through certain sections, and we'll try to answer those questions in different ways. The thing about sociology is if I ever was able to actually answer this question, I wouldn't have a job anymore. So I'm going to give you some tools, and you can try to answer this question on your own. Why do we do what we do with each other? In order to answer this question, we have to look at what we call the sociological imagination. The sociological imagination is a quality of mind that provides an understanding of ourselves within the context of sociology, or within society, So first of all, we have to understand society and the social forces that move us and make us behave in certain ways. The sociological imagination has two parts. The first part is that we must see the connection between our personal experiences, our private interactions, and greater historical forces. So I always tell students to take a step back and look at your biography and how it intersects with this place that we are in our history. Let me give you an example that maybe will drive this home. You know who Rosa Parks is, right? She refused to move from the front of the bus. She was supposed to sit in the back of the bus. She refused to move. We know her name because she broke the law. She was a black woman, was supposed to sit in the back of the bus. She sat in the front. She said no. The reason that we talk about her is because her biography, her femaleness, her blackness intersected at a particular time in history when it was not okay for her to sit in the front of the bus. Her biography intersected with history at exactly the right moment. And that's how we use our sociological imagination. I'm asking you to try to use that throughout this course. The other part of this sociological imagination is that we must realize that things aren't always what they seem. We have to step back and look at the big picture. This can be difficult. It can be difficult to take yourself out of the situation to try to see the big picture, and I'm going to challenge you all semester to do that. The first step is understanding the difference between a personal trouble and a social issue. Let me give you an example. A personal trouble is something that affects you as an individual or me as an individual. A social issue is something that affects all of society. An example would be alcoholics versus alcoholism. If I'm an alcoholic, that is a personal trouble that affects me and maybe a few people around me. I'm not going to be able to maintain relationships well. I might have some health issues. I may lose my job and or my family. All of those are personal troubles. Social issues, like alcoholism in general, affect all of society. We have laws in place because of alcoholism. You can't drink and drive. You will go to jail. You'll get a fine. All of these things affect society because you could kill people. You could go to jail and cost taxpayers money. So that's a simple example of the difference between a personal trouble and a social issue. We have to take ourselves out of it, remove our personal troubles, and try to look at the entire picture of the social issue at hand. That's how we use our sociological imagination.